Welcome back, everybody, to more of the Colorado Rockies franchise. It's only episode 122, and I still feel like there's potential for a lot more episodes to come. It's been a fun season in this competitive NL West, 27-18 starting off today's episode in a series with the current NL West leading Arizona Diamondbacks. In the first game we go through today, a late rally by Colorado earns them a win, scoring 4 runs in the last 3 innings. After blowing a 9th inning save, they win it in walk-off style. Luis Severino gave us a better start than many of the starts he's put together this season. And with this series now tied up, entering the final game, why don't we dive right into the action now with Dustin May, who we signed to a 3-year contract and has shown glimpses of greatness this year, but he's been far from consistent. The ERA and the WHIP don't look good, but the FIP is fine. Home run rate isn't bad, the walk rate is a little high, it needs to get better. I don't think there's a lot to worry about, but we did bring him in so he could help us in key series like this one. We focused a lot on these head-to-heads against Arizona. Here is the final game in Colorado for this series as it starts. This is dropped in left field. It's Kevin Made who's trying to stretch this into a double, and the throw from Geronimo is in time. Nice throw by David, 1 down. That brings up Josh Rojas, and that one is driven deep to right. Curveball left up, and Rojas makes May pay. It's a solo home run, 11 for Josh Rojas. And I'm not kidding. When you look at his numbers, he is an early season NL MVP candidate. He's been that good. I'll show you his numbers in a bit in this episode, but the Diamondbacks are this good this year partially because of guys like him. Early in this start, I wasn't thrilled with May's lack of command. You get to see where this high walk rate is coming from. Even when he missed in the zone, at times it led to fine results, but he's catching a lot of the plate, and you feel like he's playing a really risky game, missing his spots as often as he is. Now here's the pitcher, J.B. Bukauskas, and again, May not hitting the curveball low. He does catch the inside corner and strikes out Bukauskas. Probably his best cutter to this point. Gets his first strikeout in just the 3rd inning. Gets a lucky call there on the curveball over the inside. And Made grounds this one to Xavier Edwards. And the cutter put in a pretty good spot there to get the weak contact. Here's Rojas. Might not want to miss against him. Curveball looking, strike 3. May seemed to get better as the game went on. 2 strikeouts now. Strike up high. We don't want the sinker up there. But 2-2. Down goes Ketel Marte. 101 from Dustin May. That brings up Max Kepler. Sinker low. That's more like it. The pitch count was going pretty well for May. But here in the 4th, Carlos Correa's on first after what was around a 10-pitch walk. And it was just as tough to get past Kepler, who eventually strikes out. May still only allowing the 1 run as the Rockies have put 2 on the board. And then he strikes out Yu Chang in the 5th. He reaches back for 102, his fastest pitch of the day. How do you get faster as the game goes on? He was hitting 101 in the 4th, got to 102 in the 5th. So he makes it into the 6th inning, blows the fastball by Made, but trying to get that 2-out swing and nearly hits him with the cutter. Too high and a walk. Pitch count now heading into the 90s, and that's going to do it for May in this start. Overall, it's a solid start for him. You'd like to see a little more consistency. John Curtis in the game now with a runner on first. Chased for strike 3, and taking off to second. Arizona into scoring position, trying to tie things up. Here is Correa. A high drive, deep into the left field corner. Back is Geronimo, and he makes the catch. It stays 2-1 Colorado. And with this slim lead, we put in one of our more reliable relievers this season, Ethan Small. He gets the lefty-lefty matchup with Max Kepler, but trouble finding the strike zone as he walks him on 4 pitches. This brings up Yu Chang, and Small misses the outside corner and just can't get a call. He's missed on his first 6. And now Chang gives this one a ride. Deep to left and gone. Diamondbacks on top. Just trying to get over for a strike, and Chang ready for it. And this gets out in a hurry. 3-2 Arizona. Jonathan Holder in for the Diamondbacks, trying to hold this 1-run lead. Bottom of the 8th inning. 3-1 count for Brandon Nimmo. Line drive left center field. That's extra bases. Nimmo hustling into second base. And he's not done there. On his way to third. Safe. Rockies only 90 feet away from tying this game after Nimmo gets his second triple of the season. Here's Brian Reynolds. Both these guys are down in the order, but come through when the Rockies need them. Base hit to right, tied at 3. We've had to make some changes to the batting order. Nimmo and Reynolds weren't quite doing what we've expected from them in the past. Xavier Edwards on the ground. Quick flip, Correa to first. The game is tied going into the 9th. Lucas Sims in. This is second inning, by the way. He's been that good for us this year. Tie game in the 9th. Struck him out looking. Lucas Sims, backdoor curve. Yu Chang got him out in front. He's different this year. Bottom 9. Walk-off or bust for Colorado. It's popped up by Trey Turner. Diamondbacks 1 extra innings. 1 out to get there. Josh Bell at the plate, 1 for 4. This pulled into right field. A fair ball into the corner. Bell on his way to second. And the Rockies perhaps a base hit from winning this game. And you know, after Bell, you get Rafael Devers. He's under it. High fly center field. This one's hit deep, but there's room. And the Diamondbacks force a 10th inning. And with that extra inning runner, I like to go to our strikeout specialist. We bring in Sir Anthony Dominguez. 23 strikeouts in 15 innings. Victor Caratini, 2-2. Got him! That's 1. Big first out. Corbin Carroll off the bench. Grounded to short. Runner stays put, 2 down. Now Dominguez versus Josh Rojas. Line drive. What a catch by Edwards! And the Rockies throw up the 0. Edwards at second base makes one of the best plays of his season. And now the Rockies just got to get the runner home. That's right. We're going to bunt him over to third base. No one enjoys this type of strategy, but we're here to get the win. And they're ready for a squeeze play of some kind, and we're not about to try that. But a walk here for Arizona puts the double play into effect, and they can force an 11th inning. So Brandon Nimmo at the plate. High fly, deep to left center, and that could be deep enough. Devers tags from third. Throw coming in, not in time, and the Rockies win it in 10. We keep it low scoring against the top scoring team in Major League Baseball, and Brandon Nimmo, who has been in somewhat of a cold stretch here for much of the season, delivers 2 of the biggest swings to make this victory possible. Big win here for Colorado. and a series win against the Diamondbacks. We've had a lot of exciting games in this series, and the Rockies walk it off again and get into first place in the NL West, even if it ends up being temporary. Dodgers playing good baseball as well. They join us atop the standings as we look to finish out the month of May. We go on the road to face the New York Mets, take the first 3 in this series, and continue to see excellent play out of Reed Detmers. He's become one of the best starters for us this season, now going 8 innings with 7 strikeouts, pitching a shutout. We split with the Mets, heading into a series against the Pirates. And we lose the first game, as well as the second game. Stumbling a bit here on the road trip as we finish out the series by dropping 16 runs on the Pirates with 21 hits. 5 hits for Trey Turner, 3 for Nimmo, 3 for Devers, 4 for Josh Bell, and only 1 home run in that massive offensive outpouring. Yonny Chirinos picks up the win, and our last game now before we get to the MLB draft, and that's going to be in the next episode. And we've now fallen 2 games behind the Dodgers, who are on top once again in this division. Looks like Arizona is hitting their first major rough patch of the season. They didn't have a very good couple weeks to close out May, and struggled to score runs in many of those games. But as we look at some of the stats with this team, the offense is so impressive. Max Kepler is hitting .345, Josh Rojas over .320. That's a team that I think will bounce back. But for now, we're in front of them, chasing the Dodgers again as we take on the Texas Rangers, who are around 500. Once again, we have a Reed Detmers start, as he just happened to be pitching the last game before the MLB draft. And in case you couldn't tell, these are the 1993 throwbacks. The Rockies uniforms really haven't changed dramatically over the years. But we're underway in the first inning. A line drive into center that runs up on Brian Reynolds, and Armenteros is held to a single. Next up, former Dodger Chris Taylor right back to Detmers. He gets the out at second, and that is a double play. Nothing for Texas in the first as they pitch Zach Logue. 5.2 ERA, 33 strikeouts in 50 innings, facing Josh Bell. And that's a towering fly. Hit deep to left field. Looking up, this one is gone. 1-0 Rockies. 13th of the season for Josh Bell. That brings up Rafael Devers. Oh my! A drive out to center, way back and gone! Back-to-back for Bell and Devers in the first inning. 420 feet to dead center field. Team leading 15th homer of the season for Rafael Devers. Both he and Bell look to be MVP candidates for us. Meanwhile, Johnny Schaefer has taken a bit of a step back this year, not playing great over his last 4, only hitting .235 with 5 home runs. He's under this one, got a fastball right over the plate, and normally he crushes that, especially against a lefty, but the struggles continue. Top of the second, on the ground, rolled over to Xavier Edwards as it bounces away from him, and he's charged with the error. Bubba Thompson on first base, looks to take off. Schaefer's throw. It is not in time. I thought he had him. Josh Jung into left field. Geronimo towards the line makes the catch. And tagging up to third base is Thompson. Just 1 down for the Rangers. And bounce to the right side that will bring home a run. And it's 2-1. We move into the third now. Zach Logue at the plate, waving at a fastball as Detmers picks up his first strikeout of the day. Back to the top of the order with Lazaro Armenteros. Oh, what a play by Josh Bell, taking away a hit from a hitter who's done well against us every time we've seen him. In the 4th inning, 2-0 count to Chris Taylor. This is over Edwards and into right center field. And you know a slow one that reaches the wall there is likely going to be a triple. Relay throw, not in time. Taylor legs it out to lead off the 4th. That brings up Nate Lowe. A line drive, softly hit to Turner. No play. Bubba Thompson with one away. Waving at it. Swing and a miss from Detmers. High drive, deep down the line. Hooking foul. 2 strikes on Thompson. And just off the plate, apparently. And then a tapper to short. A run scores, and the game is tied. Just one of these runs charged to Detmers, but Rockies looking for more offense. To this point, their only 2 hits were the 2 home runs back in the 1st inning. Geronimo a bit out in front, and then grounded to short sharply. 1 away. Logue settling in as he faces Johnny Schaefer. And there's a drive, hit well to left field, and Schaefer has a solo shot. Number 6 on the season. You knew a meatball from a lefty was eventually going to get him back on track, at least for one at-bat. That's the Johnny Schaefer we expect to see. Brings up Brandon Nimmo, and that's a line drive, splitting the gap in left center field. All the way to the wall, and Nimmo stops at second. Reynolds is next. Logue falls behind him. 3-1. That's a base hit to right field. Rounding third, Nimmo heads home. He will score, and it's 4-2 Colorado. Brian Reynolds comes through again for the Rockies. 2-run lead now for Detmers as he clips the inside. 0-2. That's a line drive into the left field corner. Detmers missing his spots in this at-bat. It is a leadoff double. Texas getting some big leadoff hits. Logue trying to advance, but the runner hesitates, doesn't go to third base. And 2 batters later, Chris Taylor's out in front. That one is fouled back. 2 strikes on Taylor. Soft roller to short. Turner makes the play. Through 5 innings, Rockies on top 4-2. We go bottom 5. Devers 2-0. Again hammered to center. Given a ride, going back, and it one-hops the center field fence. Another deep drive to center for Rafael Devers. A home run and a double now for him. Brings up Geronimo. Lined into center, base hit. Devers rounds third. He will score. Rockies lead 5-2. And Zach Logue's day is done. He hit a few home runs, tacked on a couple more. Solid day here for the Rocky offense. Nimmo going deep the other way. Back towards the fence, and it hits high off the wall. Rounding third and turning back. They got Geronimo caught up. Rounded that one a bit too hard. They got the ball back in quickly. Still 5-2. We turn things over to Lucas Sims, who continues to deliver great outings. Nate Lowe goes the other way. And the Rangers aren't getting many hits, but they're doing so early in innings, so they have a chance to play some small ball and maybe score. Bubba Thompson. 2-2 from Sims. Got him with the changeup. Sims has been good for a strikeout an inning this season. That's a big first out. In the dirt now, trying to advance. Schaefer regathers, and he got him at third base. You don't run on Johnny Schaefer. Josh Jung strikes out, and Sims is out of the 6th. Rockies still up by 3. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Rafael Devers, 2 for 3. And it's hammered out to center. He has done it again. What a day for Rafael Devers. 16 on the season. 3 perfect swings to center field. Rafi feeling it today. Second home run, third extra base hit. You know those breakout days are going to happen. This goes over 480 feet. A mammoth home run for Rafael Devers. I mean, imagine you're warming up here in the Texas bullpen and you see a guy hit it over your head like that. There's no way you want to enter the game. 6-2. And Lucas Gilbreth comes up with a strikeout in the 8th inning. Young lefty getting some playing time here in a 4-run game. Armenteros, 1 for 3. Got him! That's about the best we've ever done against Armenteros. In the 9th inning, we turn it over to John Curtis, who's been up and down this season. Line drive into center, misjudged by Reynolds. Or me. And it's going to be a lot of extra bases here. On his way to third base, safely. Bubba Thompson is up next. Soft ground ball to short. The run scores. 1 away. Next up, Josh Jung, 0 for 2. And that is belted to right center field. And they won't get to it. Extra bases for the Rangers. And trying to go to third base. Jung hustling, and he's in safely. Leody Taveras is next. Into left center, carrying about midway deep. And they will test Geronimo, whose throw is offline. 6-4. 2 down. It's Sam Huff. Another one hit well, right field. And it's a fair ball into the corner. Huff on his way to second. Another extra base hit. And we've got to take Curtis out after that. We need one more out. Here's Taylor Rogers. Off the plate, facing Nico Horner. Representing the tying run, it's 2-0. On the ground, Edwards scoops. The game is over and the Rockies hold on for a 6-4 win. It didn't need to be that dramatic. But the Rockies pull it off thanks to a massive day from Rafael Devers. 3 home runs overall. Great to see our best power hitters show up in this one as the Rockies pick up another good win. Taylor Rogers gets a 3-pitch save. Nice to see Johnny go deep in this one. And Devers, I mean, he just couldn't miss today. 3 for 4, 2 homers, a double. A win for Detmers, by the way, but only 1 strikeout, only 5 innings, but 5 pretty good innings from him. And that is going to lead us into the MLB draft for next episode. But I feel like the things we struggled at early in the season, or the players who were struggling, are mostly turning it around. With the exception of Zach Gallen and maybe Johnny Schaefer. We'll see if today sparks a turnaround with him. But Severino and May have found themselves in hot streaks. Gallen is the one that's still not quite figuring it out. Probably not getting a chance to pitch against us anymore, and it's throwing him off. And offensively, it seems that even Nimmo and Reynolds are mostly back on track, and Nimmo's hitting 300 again. So he might end up going back up the batting order, depending on how things go with Trey Turner up there. So we will have the MLB draft next time, and I haven't given you all an update, really with anything with the minor leagues this year, so a lot of that will be next episode as we take a look at players who might help us later this season or down the road. But I've tried to do a good job of getting a lot of options for this draft, and I think it's more important when you're a playoff team and you're not quite sure who's even going to be there when you're on the clock the first time. So I already know that it's likely at least 15 of my targets, let's say, will probably be long gone by the time we even select. One of the focuses, though, I had in scouting was to get some outfielders who were better in the field, to play good defense. That's something we lack. And some relief pitching would be nice as well, because we already invest so much into our starting pitching. I know we're going to have to probably develop our bullpen over building it through free agency. But if you were intrigued by any of those players in particular, let me know down below. And we'll have some new Rockies on the team next episode after we finish the draft. Thank you all for watching today's video. Hope you're excited for this series to get going again. And I want to see us hopefully keep up this momentum and compete for this NL West title. Please leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Have a great weekend, everybody.